Hello and welcome to Let's Play Project Zomboid, episode 24. Joining Special Agent Mulder on his 30th day of survival. This is a pretty big milestone. We've made it to day 30. When I first started playing this game, it took me a long time to get to day 30. And lots of people who've played this game have experienced a lot of death on the way to making it to 30. So, since we've made it 1 month in, I'm going to go back over the objectives of this playthrough. Because, let's not forget, this playthrough has 3 concrete goals. After all 3 are complete, then the playthrough ends. The first goal is to explore all of Riverside. And it looks like I'm about maybe halfway-ish to exploring all of Riverside. The next goal is for Special Agent Mulder to uncover the mystery behind the zombie outbreak. At this point, he is not exactly sure how he's going to do that, but he does have one idea in mind. In the town of Rosewood, located about here on the map, give or take, there is an FBI field office. So right now, Mulder's best idea is to head to Rosewood, head to the FBI field office. Who knows, there might be some survivors there. The whole town might be like locked down, potentially with survivors inside. Or the whole thing could be overrun with zombies. He doesn't really know. But he's pretty sure that there's going to be some useful information at that field office. Even if the power is out, there's going to be lots of written records to go through. And then the third objective is to escape from zombie-infested Kentucky. And to do that, we're going to have to go to Louisville, to that huge, absolute ant colony of zombies. So many. Cross that bridge when we get to it. So in honor of it being day 30, we're going to do something special today. We're going to hop in the Jeep and we're going to head south. Much farther than we've gone thus far. And we'll see how close we can get to Riverwood. Or Riverside. Rosewood. Jeez. Rosewood is the name of the town. Riverwood is in Skyrim. Rosewood. We're going to go south and see how far we can get in the direction of Rosewood. Let's go ahead and head outside. I think the Jenny should be good to keep on going while I'm gone. Condition is still pretty high. As we look around the yard, we start to notice signs of the yard becoming overgrown. These bushes are starting to come up in the grass here, and these weeds or vines are appearing on the side of the house here. In the next door neighbor's yard as well, there's a chunk of nasty weeds that weren't there before, I don't think. So as the days progress, everything is going to get more and more overgrown. Actually, on the last day, I picked up a Rosewood map, so let's go ahead and read the Rosewood map. Here's Rosewood. It's fairly small. It's maybe about half the size of Riverside. It's considered to be the easiest of the 4 starting areas, although it's still plenty difficult. And on the map, Rosewood is here, to the west-southwest of Muldrow. So today the game plan is going to be to get on this road here, the squiggly one, and keep on following it south. Probably makes sense to grab some gas cans before I go on this run, since the Jeep is about halfway full. Fight some biters while we're at it. Biters. Yeah, I've got some heavy crap in my bag that I'd like to get rid of real quick. Not get rid of, but stash in the trunk here. We got some beige curtains. We got some dry white beans. Crowbar, flour, pasta, plank. It's all heavy stuff that I don't want to carry around. I'm gonna go ahead and grab 2 of my full gas cans and take them in the trunk of the Jeep with me. There probably won't be any way to refuel the Jeep on the road because I would need to carry a generator with me to power up any gas pumps that I come across out in Greater Kentucky. That's why we're going to carry some gas with us. Alright, time for a road trip. I'm going to try to do this without damaging the Jeep to the greatest extent that I can. That would really suck if I like wreck the Jeep, you know, way out there, far away from the base. I actually did that once in another playthrough. It was really unpleasant. I was like on the run for days without a working vehicle and without a base. You know, just like sleeping in whatever building that I could find that didn't have zombies. Finally found a utility van with a key in it and enough gas, and I used that to make my way home. And that other playthrough, I was also based in Riverside. So here's the spot where there were a bunch of those like highway robber zombies, raiders or whatever they were. No sign of them now. Alright, so Samwise Gamgee moment. This is the farthest from home that I've ever been. This little turnoff here is where I went the last time I did a big road trip. So let's just continue south, shall we? I'm going to set the cruise control to 30 miles an hour. It's going to help me avoid hordes and car wrecks a little better. Okay. There's a wreck with, looks like 3 zombies. Hopefully it's not too many more than that. Got a zombie here wearing a medical gown or something. Ambulance key. The paramedic zombie had the key to this ambulance on him, but I bet the ambulance is going to be too wrecked to actually use for anything. Oh yeah. Totally destroyed. Ambulance is locked, but I can grab the key. Nothing particularly great in the glove box of the ambulance. In the back, we have some trauma bags, painkillers. Yeah. Nothing particularly great. I think this red utility van is also destroyed as well. Key for the red utility van was in the glove box. So I found a March Ridge map. I'm going to go ahead and grab that, and I'll explain what that is in a second. Oh, interesting. Bunch of electrician stuff in the back. Must be a electrician's van. So I found a map for this place called March Ridge. And March Ridge is... Did I grab it? I thought I grabbed the March Ridge map. So March Ridge is a big town, or really it's more like a giant housing development, but it's like a big town sort of area on the map. Let's go ahead and read the map. It's supposed to be a like military housing place, you know, for like military families. As you can see, it's bigger than Rosewood. Maybe similar in size to like Riverside, a little bit more compact. And it's located on the map here, to the south of Muldrow. So you can kind of think of March Ridge as like another town on the map. You can't spawn there though. You can only spawn in Rosewood, Riverside, Muldrow, and West Point. And I haven't found a West Point map yet. So I just passed another wreck. The only reason I'm stopping is because I want to point out this vehicle here. This is one of the rarer vehicles in the game. This is a Franklin All-Terrain, and it's an SUV. An SUV in 1993. I don't even know if they had SUVs in 1993, but this is the Franklin All-Terrain SUV. It's a pretty good vehicle. It's got a lot of storage space, off-road capability, but this one is destroyed, as we can see. So we're just gonna leave it behind. Got the cruise control going at 30 miles an hour. And for this road trip south, I'm not going to try to get back before dark. I'm just going to spend the night on the road. To do that safely, I'm going to have to keep a close eye out for houses and possible places to stay. And I need to do that before it gets too dark. Check the map. Okay, so we're heading south. There are a couple other town sort of areas on the map that you can visit and explore. Not all of them have the special maps that you can pick up as loot, but they definitely exist as places on the map itself. And our trip south here should take us to one of those. Okay, that's a lot of Zeds. Another car wreck, this time an ambulance versus a regular car. Okay. So I just passed a road going off to the west, and I'm going to continue heading south. There's kind of a lot of biters around. I need to be careful. Okay. Continuing. So far it's been nothing but country road. I haven't seen any pull-offs or driveways or anything. It is worth noting though that even though I haven't found driveways and pull-offs or side roads, that doesn't mean that this map is empty. There actually is stuff all over this map in between the areas of the roads. And it looks like here I just found my first pull-off. I'm just gonna drive the Jeep down here real quick to check it out. Looks like sort of a rural kind of driveway, kind you'd find out in the country. Okay. There's a little house here. What I'd like to do is clear it out and get it ready to use as a place to sleep in case I need to. Mulder got that window open after trying like 20 times to pull on it. So it's a tiny little house. Got some canned food and whatnot. Rotten food in the fridge, as expected. It's got a bed. Other than that, it's nothing too special. But we'll pencil this in as a possible place to go to sleep. Bigger house at the end of the drive. It's a lot of biters. Kind of makes you wonder why they're in the countryside. Like, shouldn't they be in populated areas? I don't know. Maybe they're part of a horde that's just migrating around in the open country. Okay. We're at a sharp bend in the road here, and there's a car wreck and lots of biters. Now I'm driving east. There's a secondary road heading off in the south direction. Kind of feel like that's where I want to go, possibly down that secondary road. But then again, the main road is now heading south as well. Tried to avoid that Z. Didn't mean to squish it. Once it gets to be about 8 p.m., I'm going to start either heading back to that little house or finding an alternate place to hole up for the night. Looks like I've made it about a little less than halfway towards Rosewood. And now I'm at a T. Let me take the eastern fork of the T. Driving by some kind of lake, pond or something. Now let's head south again. Okay, I'm in some sort of neighborhood. There's an area on the map called Phallus Lake, and I think that might be where I am, possibly. A ton of car wrecks around here. Farming and rural supply. Yeah, I think this might be Phallus Lake. one of the unmarked small towns that's on the map. Lots of biters. It's a very bitery sort of place to be. I was going to mark Phallus Lake on the map, but I don't think that's necessary. I can just remember that it's there. Now I'm headed east and the road is curving back north. It's not really the way that I want to go. I'm getting pretty close to curfew here. Some park ranger zombies crowded around a stalled out park ranger pickup truck. Another ambulance wreck. I guess it makes sense if you think about it, because during the zombie apocalypse, like, you would have these injured people in these ambulances, and then some of those injured people would die and then reanimate, and it would cause the ambulance to have a horrible car wreck as its owner is eaten alive by a zombie. So, I was going to complain about it being dumb that there's so many ambulance wrecks, but I think I agree with it, actually. Oops. It is almost 8 o'clock. It's almost that time where I need to find a place to hole up. A little driveway here. Let's see where it goes. A dead end. Very useful. Yep, that is a dead end. Luckily for me, I'm in an off-road Jeep. I'm gonna just drive around the perimeter of this field. I have no idea what's here. I'm hoping there's a farmhouse or a shed or something. Actually, it needs to be a farmhouse, because if it's a shed, then I'm not gonna have a place to sleep, except for the floor. Okay, this is looking like a... I don't know what this... I don't know if it's a shack or a shed or an outbuilding or what. There's nothing inside but a single wooden crate containing nothing. Might as well try to make lemonades out of this lemon here. No, still lemons. Tried to pick up the crate and it broke again. It's like the 5th time in a row that I've broken a crate trying to pick it up. Empty shack. So that little house that I wanted to spend the night in is kind of just up ahead. I just have to turn right here. And then... Is that where it was? Yeah. Okay. Spidey senses are telling me that there's something good down this way here. Well, let's go ahead and check it out. I see some kind of house or something over here. Yeah. Walk around slowly and carefully. See if there's anything here. I found a garbage bag. Get a little bit of EXP from that. Some halfway decent hardware type stuff in the shed there. I don't know if this building here is a shed or like a little garden shack or what. I broke the window mechanism trying to open it. I'll have to check out that garden shed tomorrow in the daylight. Okay, I opened the window of this bedroom here. Going to extremely carefully clear this house of Zeds, if there are any. Had to be at least one. In the bathroom, of course. Where else would he be? outside. I don't want to spend the night in a house with a corpse in it. See if there's anything to eat. Some canned stuff. Let's have a can of spaghetti bolognese. Spaghetti straight out of the can. That is some good apocalypse eating right there. It's so dark, I can barely see anything. This little bedroom here do just fine for the night. Close the window, close the curtain. Should be pretty safe. I'm gonna take a look at where we are. So I've traveled, looks like about 40% of the way to Rosewood from Riverside. I'm in this nice little farmhouse off of a driveway off the main road. To the south of me is the zombie-infested small town of Phallus Lake. I think tomorrow we might explore a little bit of Phallus Lake and then probably head back. I don't see myself getting all the way to Rosewood on this trip. But we're making progress. We're charting a course there. Eventually we'll make it to the FBI field office in Rosewood. Possibly uncover some mysteries. I'm gonna drink the rest of this bourbon, which is good because it has calories and because it'll make me go to sleep. At least it should make me go to sleep. Here's a zoomed out look at the main map with Riverside, Phallus Lake, Rosewood, March Ridge, Muldrow, and then West Point is kind of here, halfway between Riverside and Louisville. And of course Louisville is here. Man, I'm not looking forward to trying to make it through all this. Would have thought that the tiredness Moodle would have come up. Let's try to go to sleep and see what happens. You don't actually have to be tired to go to sleep. You can go to sleep if you don't have a tiredness Moodle, but you might wake up earlier than you wanted to if you do that. So Mulder wakes up at 5:10 a.m. in the spare bedroom of this farmhouse in the middle of nowhere. Check the stats. 91 kilos. Still overweight, I'll be back to normal weight when I'm below 85. And I'm not underweight until I get to 75. Favorite weapon is crowbar. I've killed 896 zombies and I've survived for 30 days. That's going to wrap it up. Peace.